the agenda wasn't adopted because Disney believed in this stuff. They adopted it because they were told by their marketing people that other people believed in this stuff and that this would earn them money. So they're just doing what they're usually going to do.
This is big news because Disney is opening a 7th park in the world. So there are parks in California, there's parks in Florida, there's one in China, there's one in Disneyland Europe or whatever. Where do you think this Disneyland park is, Arch, without knowing anything about it?
Is this the Avatar one they were planning?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
California?
No,
Sweet
not
Summer
California.
Child. It already exists in California.
Yes. Well, let's before we get to this, let's go ahead and bring in our additional guest today. And Lorena, you can tell Arch where the new Disneyland park is. Lorena, good to see you first and foremost.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Arch, Lorena, Arch.
Hello.
So, Lorena,
Hello.
where is the new Disney park?
Well, the new Disney park is, of all places, Abu Dhabi.
So it'll be in Abu Dhabi, which you can see right here. And it looks like the castle will be that of Frozen, the Frozen castle here. And they have this on loop, Disney Abu Dhabi, which, you know, is awesome. Now, when you hear this, quite a few red flags pop up pretty much immediately. And the internet has began to flip crazy. Not red flags on Disney's park, but just red flags of like, wait. And why would that be, Lorena?
Oh, I don't think that Abu Dhabi is going to tolerate Pride Night.
No. That is not exactly high on their list here. But they released this video earlier, just of them talking about how excited they are to be moving forward with Disney Park Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and instinctively Emirati, combining Disney's iconic stories, characters, and attractions with Abu Dhabi's vibrant culture, stunning shorelines, and breathtaking architecture. Here,
They said the same line with Shanghai Disneyland.
didn't work out, did it?
No.
Yeah. Well, the response to this has not been stellar here. This is probably the one that. Oh, Lorena, what? You're literally covering her mouth.
Yeah. Well, I to be fair, back in the days when the Saudi royal family used to visit Walt Disney World on the regular, you had some of the women walking around with burqas and Louis Vuitton bags. Very, very, very classy looking. I don't think that's going to be the case in Abu Dhabi. Wow.
Right. So there's a lot of interesting elements to this, which obviously the one thing to kind of point out is that Disney is going to oversee the creative development, but will not pay for or own or operate the new Abu Dhabi park. So this is a licensing thing here, which is very similar to Tokyo Disney.
Exactly.
So Disney won't, which may actually bode very well, because the Tokyo Disney park is thought of as like the best park of them all and probably the cleanest of them all. So it's just a licensing agreement here. And for those who don't know, Abu Dhabi, a little bit of background, is the capital city of the United Arab Emirates. The city is set on the Abu Dhabi Center, whatever. You guys see it right there. There's the skyline right there. We've seen all sorts of big buildings pop up. This is an area of the world that has just blossomed in the last really like 2 decades. It's like just a man-made structure that just kind of appeared out of nowhere. Arch, do you know anything about Abu Dhabi or the UAE?
Absolute Islamic monarchy. So that's that.
So it doesn't. So what you're saying is it doesn't bode well for those of the rainbow persuasion.
I do genuinely wonder. So if the central point is the castle from Frozen, How
Mhm.
are they going to handle a white-skinned, blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman as the main character?
These are really good questions. And will the princesses have to wear full garb, like the full outfit?
I wonder, because I mean they're fantasy characters, but at the same time they're going to be played by actual women, so
Well, yeah, they're certainly not going to do any cross dressing.
now,
No.
granted, the Arab Emirates are a bit more liberal than people often think, because these guys are capitalists more so than Islamists. They're using the Islamic passion more to keep the populace, who are very religious, in check, more so than believing it than it themselves. So this could very easily be like a playground for the ultra rich, basically, rather
Mhm.
than the populace itself. But I imagine the average peasantry is not going to be particularly pleased with it.
No, and people have been very quick to kind of point out a lot of the hypocrisy associated with it. We have this video from Instagram, or from X, I think it was on Instagram initially. It says, so while Disney shoves this down your kid's throat, they go and build a park in the UAE where that is illegal. Disney values equals money, and just to kind of further that home, yes, it is actually illegal in the UAE. Says the United Arab Emirates criminalizes same-sex sexuality activity between men and between women. The gender expression of trans people is also criminalized. Sentence includes a maximum penalty of death. There's evidence of the law being enforced in recent years, and LGBT people are subjected to discrimination and violence. And the market has responded to this with Disney stock going up 7%. Oh boy!
Damn. No, it's a really smart move, though, to be honest, to actually put it in Abu Dhabi. And because if you haven't noticed, like the latest trends, I'm sure Lorena can back me up on this. Disney has been like making it very much for the wealthy and the rich to be able to go. I mean, look at the Star Wars hotel; it was a failure, but the only people who could go were the ultra rich people, besides the shills that were paid to go. And like this is the perfect destination because the only people going to Abu Dhabi are the extremely wealthy people. They can go and do as they please there. So like this is a perfect move. And not to be real, the UAE is filthy rich, are they not? I mean, they're literally backing up soccer of all things now too.
Yeah.
So it's like they can save Disney's ass and be like, yeah, we'll help you out. So it is a smart move, but it's also extremely hypocritical because of all the stuff that Disney has been doing in the last decade.
Absolutely. Abu Dhabi, first of all, if you've ever flown Emirates Airlines, I have not, but I have drooled over the pictures. You know that type of place is made for, hey, all the rich people come here. And just like Blabs was saying, Disney has made it very, very obvious that they are no longer catering to 80% of their usual target audience, which would be the middle class, whether it's in America, whether it's overseas. Now, it's like, we just want the ultra rich people to come here, spend money, drink into a stupor, and charge them crazy prices for it. So I'm not surprised that Disney announced doing this. One, it's a licensing deal. The big problem is they're going to be pulling creative resources. And as you've seen, Disney attractions at the Disney parks, especially Walt Disney World, have not been very good at all. Case in point, Tiana's broccoli adventure,
Broccoli?
which is an absolute freak. I'm being polite. Some people call it Tafiti's bunghole, but I don't say that. I say broccoli, broccoli adventure. Or if it's dark outside, it looks like another Haunted Mansion type of attraction when you see that. So I've heard some people say, well, it's a licensing deal. Yes, it is. However, they are going to use Disney creatives to focus on building that park. So if you have Disney creatives focused on that park, how many creatives are going to be focusing on Walt Disney World, which has had everything from sewer problems to fires to all kinds of other stuff going on. So it is hypocritical, of course, with respect to the Skittles Nation. That's what I call
Skittles Army.
That's what I call them. Skittles Nation, all of that. They want to cater to them, but at the same time, they talk about how they're for diversity and tolerance and LGBTQ issues. So no, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not a very happy place in Burbank right now with the announcement of this.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in those offices where all the meltdowns are happening. Ah! Like it'd be fantastic.
I am positive that I mean, if it's the response of people on X, it's spectacular. Can't wait to see the attraction that simulates throwing gays off rooftops. It's like
tower terrorism.
Yeah, I think it's a new meaning to Tower of Terror over here. Oh my god, that's rough.
Woo!
Let's actually play this video here. I have not seen this, Blabs. Hopefully it's clear for air.
It's clear.
Here we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Now wait a minute. After all the years Disney's been pushing agendas down our throats, I watched this state-sanctioned, and trust me, this is an ad for the United Arab Emirates. Disney is opening a theme park in Abu Dhabi. I just have a few questions. What night will Pride Night be on? For all the Disney influencers that always say, yo, Disney is, all the people that say Disney is woke, Disney is this, Disney, that shit's out the window now. You can't say that about Disney. Disney announced today Disney's new theme park project on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. I'm here to tell you right now, Disney bloggers, Disney people who, create content. I want to see each one of you enter that park with your agendas.
That would be excellent to see.
We'll never see them ever again.
No, they do not make it out alive.
No.
Just a few questions, Lorena, and we can just do a quick yes or no on this. Do you anticipate? We'll just kind of see how you feel about this. Do you think that this guy will have an opportunity to work at Disney Abu Dhabi?
Not only no, but hell to the no. No.
You mentioned Pride Night. Will Pride Night be on the regular schedule for?
It will be the event that shall not ever be named when it comes to Abu Dhabi.
So you don't anticipate rainbows being everywhere because they were proud for Disney to standing up to hate. So this is from 2023. Oh man. Well, so question: Does this mean that Disney are full of hateful bigots now?
Well, are they full of hateful bigots? No, let's put it this way. They're going back to the Scrooge McDuck model of making money. We don't care. Agenda. Yeah, we said we were for that. But we said we were for that LGBTQ Skittles Nation thing. No. We really weren't. We need money because we are freaking broke. And we are going broke. If you've seen just the movies that have just been tanking, we're not going to talk about, we'll talk about Snow White. We'll talk about how bad that freaking tanked and went over like a wet fart. No. They need money. They need money fast. They need to prove to their institutional shareholders, not little people like me that have one or two shares, to prove to, the likes of BlackRock and Vanguard that, hey, we really do know what we're doing this time. Yeah, no, we keep saying we know, we really do. We know what we're doing with this. So that's it.
Arch, would you like to see Disney Abu Dhabi with sweet setup like this? Would they throw Mickey right off the rooftop in that instance?
Well, again, it makes sense economically, but that's the thing with the agenda. The agenda wasn't adopted because Disney believed in this stuff. They adopted it because they were told by their marketing people that other people believed in this stuff and that this would earn them money. So they're just doing what they're usually going to do. So.
Well, I listen. I think you can build a park wherever you want to build a park. I think they should be able to build a park wherever they want to build a park.
Oh.
And
Ah.
I go ahead.
What's
Yes,
even
sir.
better? It'll
Mhm.
be really cheap because they also used mass amounts of slave labor to build the football stadiums.
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
I bet this park.
Pro-slavery, just like the Uyghurs in China.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I bet this park gets done faster than any park ever. Like
Yeah.
it may be open next year. Just
Next week.
like they just gotta 3D print the whole thing and you're ready to go.
This reminds me of like a couple years ago during Pride Month when all the social media accounts are changing their icons to pride flags and everything. And then all the accounts in the Middle East were like, didn't do a
We
single
doing that.
thing. Nothing. Everything was just business as normal. This is what it sounds like to me.
I think this really just goes back to the idea of, like you saw, like guy who's like Disney was standing up to hate. No, they were trying to get more money out of you, and that's what we've been saying forever. Your sense of superiority because they put a rainbow flag on Tigger of all things, like it doesn't matter. They're trying to extract $20 from you by putting that rainbow flag on there because you're stupid and will buy anything that's Disney with a pride flag on it. Like I hope this is a massive wake-up call for all those activists out there who are like, Disney's on the right side of history. When in reality is they just want to be on the right side of your pocketbook.
Yep. And just to add something else, all that Pride merchandise that they put out every year, it winds up in the Disney equivalent of TJ Maxx, known as the Character Warehouse.
Yeah, and then they sell it off for nothing. For nothing. Anyways, well, Lorena, you got anything to close on the new Disney park?
No, I just find it laughable and hypocritical that they're opening this park in, of all places, Abu Dhabi. And yet again, they don't care about the domestic park. So yeah, it's going to be real interesting seeing how they rectify this with their LGBTQ based.
Well, we will. I think, Blaz, we were trying to get to Universal in Florida to do a show, but it definitely sounds like we need to go to the UAE for the opening. Yes, we
we'll
definitely need
send
to.
Arch. We'll take Arch with us too. I mean, obviously.
Arch.
Yep.
You want to go to the
I
UAE?
would go.
You would go to the UAE?
Sounds like a paradise to me.
Lorraine, you want to come too?
Hey, don't oppress men down there.
Arch over here booking his travel
He's
today.
like, I'm out.
He's just gonna book random trips. Hopefully it lines up with the opening of it. Just throwing his a dart at the dartboard over here. One last thing about Abu Dhabi, and this is kind of interesting, is that public displays of affection are frowned upon, including kissing, hugging, and other public displays of affection are frowned upon, prohibited at religious sites such as the Grand Mosque. These days, holding hands does not raise eyebrows, but use your judgment accordingly to the setting. So if you go and you want to be fabulous, just make sure you don't do it in public.
Does that mean Mickey and Minnie, like the cast members, can't hold hands? The rest are gonna come for them too?
It's a really good question. It's a really.
I think it'll be allowed because it's Mickey and Minnie. So
Hopefully.
the characters get a pass as they're making that.
But Anna and Elsa can't hold hands.